Almost. Good morning, everyone. Okay, today we have a huge opening gap. We have a 350 point openings gap. Holy, that's a nice one. So remember, this is the whole gap, so not only the small thing that you see, this is actually the gap, because the candle closed all the way down here. So this is full opening gap that we have. I actually believe that we will finish this one off before going up. Okay, I'll go over a bit what happened actually Friday, why this actually is happening, and if we need, what we actually need to be aware of. I'll give it a few more minutes until everybody joins before, otherwise I will have to retell about everything here. I'll make an in-depth small video also. So this is going to be one of the biggest opportunities that we have before the next leg up. So if this is your first ever crypto run that you're doing and you felt like it was over, actually it wasn't. So what did we do and why did it happen? Now, this was an insane drop, guys. It's not... For Bitcoin, this is practically actually normal. This is only like a 30% drop, so actually only an 18.9%. So this is actually very, very common. If we go back to... These don't seem much, but these are also from the highs to the lows. Look, this is also a 30% drop, so these are very common in crypto. What we did not see yet is every movement like AVAX doing this. This we did never see before. This is a 90% drop, a 70% drop. Look, if Bitcoin drops 30%, normally we see a bit of a drop, but we don't see, like, this is the same movement, but we don't see a 70% drop in altcoins. This is like a 30% drop. That was a 70% drop. This is the first time I've seen this happen too. Now, there is a good thing about this too. The market is restarted. That means that actually everybody that was longing future is just been completely taken out of the market. So that means that the market is actually fresh, that we have a lot of opportunity right now that we go up. So be a bit aware also that if we take that flip tool and we take it, if you are already, I've seen a few of you did not listen to me, did not take futures yet and already started. Once we get to that 50% level, make sure that you watch it very clear, very nearby. There is a possibility that we take still a dip lower, just to shake out everybody to make sure that they are not yet in long positions. Be aware of that. So we did take out all sell side liquidity from this one. We even dropped all the way to $8, dude. That was a bargain. That was a very much cheap bargain. But still, now you're actually at my buying opportunity from where I started in AVAX. I believe somewhere here that I entered last time. So I went up 60%. I did actually not take 70%. I actually did not take profits, and it fully flew back. Now this is my entry. I bought around $21 the first time, so it's the same entry that I took about 4 weeks ago. Yeah, August. So this is actually a 69-day return in, and we are still at the same level. I go back to Nasdaq right now. I see we have about 4 more minutes, but this is very common in crypto. I will keep a very close eye and keep a close eye at Discord too. So I'm looking for new buys constantly right now. If I see that the market changes its hand, immediately I will sell. I will not be patient here. I don't have. I want to make sure that every profit we make right now, that I am in the right side of the turn, because weekly we closed everything. Monthly we did just had a huge wick down, so we just closed off the candle, so nothing happened actually in the monthly. But if we end this month with a doji candle like this, there is a possibility that we even come back to this gap also in Nasdaq. So we have those also in crypto. So in crypto we have a doji candle right now, but if we watch the monthly, we still have an opening gap right here. So that would still be an accurate point that we could go to, because this is the low, that's the high, break of structure, retest, and create a new high. We see those movements on all levels. So once we are done with the previous, this can be the path that it takes. And that would be a high, a low, a high, a low, and a high. And I would shake off even more, because that would be actually a 30% drop, what I actually was expecting. This would be that 30%. Oh look, it's only 16. But from the high I believe that would be 30. Yeah, 23%. See, that this is a normal drop for Bitcoin. So that would be actually the perfect entry model. Again, if you didn't take any new entries right here. I'll make sure to make a nice crypto movie today, to go in depth a bit and give a bit more information. Maybe if I have time in a minute, I'll go over that one more time. For today, let's be a bit patient, see what the market wants to go to. We just entered the 1 hour for value gap. The possibility that we go back to that opening gap is very normal. I wish you all a very great morning. I'm John, and Anisha is on the right side of the screen, of course. So, as always, we have almost our opening range. Same here, we had a movement, a lack of displacement. We did not go up yet, so if we fall further down, we're going for this opening gap. Yeah, if you were trading this night, that would have been a very easy trade session actually. That was 300 points up and the night movement. A 15-minute for value gap got tapped, so that would have been your entry right here, and just long off of it. Okay, so we have a 4-hour gap just below us too. I'll mark this one out. I hear that the banks are closed, but the good thing is that the banks are in New York are always closed when we are trading. But that's a big orb range actually. That's a 50-point orb. Now, we don't see those often in London session. So if we go down, first lookout would be this wick right here. See what happens when we touch that wick. We got 4 hour for value gap just below and 2:30 minutes too. So if we fall and we hit this level and we don't go straight through it, we could continue up higher. So this is my first point of interest when I want to see if it has any resistance on this level. If it doesn't, we will go straight to that opening gap and just clean this gap open off and then continue higher. So the psychology of money book will be online by halfway the week, I believe. You cannot trade orb on Asia session. Yeah, if you want to trade orb on Asia session, it's actually at 10 o'clock for my time. So 12 o'clock my time. It opens Asia session. So 10:30 it stopped Friday, and at 12 o'clock Monday for me, so that was actually Sunday night, it opens. So if you take the 15-minute, that would be your opening range. And you should have been entered 5 minutes later somewhere above here. You would have entered. So this would be a small move. This would be a continuation play actually. But that doesn't always happen that we have like a 300-point move up in Asia. Most of the time Asia is slower. Trade one session, that's more than enough. 2-3 sessions is way too much, guys. Just keep to one session. Learn the session. Stick to it. Actually, London is the most favorable session for the whole day because it always has the top or the bottom most of the time. We gotta say that 15 minutes from last Friday, where I didn't take the entry, that would have been like the perfect entry for that drop. Oh, what a drop! If anybody took that one, That would be nice to see. You just gained 1,000 points instantly with a stop of, yeah, I have no idea. That would have been your stop at the high, so if you entered on the first level, you would have a 22 point stop to make 1,000 points. Jesus. Nobody could predict this, of course. That would have been a 38R that you made instantly. You would have been done for 3 months. You could lay on the beach for 3 months. So the only thing that I see right now is that we have lack of displacement to the upside. That's all. This month will be going into history as one of the first liquidity people that actually got liquidity. It's the biggest one ever. So this will go in history books. Until now, it's the biggest one, of course. Okay, for the humans that actually are investing too and actually want to learn investments, I can give you one pointer. And in investments, keep investing every month the same amount. Don't quit, never stop, just keep doing it every time. Don't look at ups and downs, just be grateful that you can invest, that you have the money over, and that you can actually use it to grow your wealth over time. So investment doesn't make you rich in the first 2 years. It makes you rich and wealthy over 10 years. So see yourself from now in 10 years, so you say that you are 30 years or more, and that you have actually still multiple years to go. And would you be happy in 10 years that you could actually be fully financially free and just keep doing what you're doing right now? Because this is how people actually grow wealth. Not by looking at the shake-offs or out how the market moves. And actually I found an example in one of the books that I'm reading right now. And I find it a very nice example from a person that actually invested $1 every month. Yeah, you heard me right, just $1. It's actually insane how much money she made. So we got 3 humans that actually invested $1 a month. So the first one invested $1 into the stock market, so just the Nasdaq, or in the American stock market from the 1900s to 2019, so that's 119 years. Okay, a bit longer than we live, of course, but it's only $1 that she invested. She invested it every month, no matter if it was a recession or anything else that people said. She just kept doing it. Now we have a second person that invested only when the market was in a recession, so when it was down. So every time when it was down, he invested it. And the other one only invested it when it was good times. So only when the market was actually at a good moment to invest. And he never invested in recessions. He only invested when the market went up. And he invested, all three of them invested actually $1 a month. So the first one that invested every day without even looking at anything, she made actually $435,551 by investing $1 every day, every month during 100 years. So to make accounting how much she actually invested, so if you take $1 x 12 x 119 years, so she invested actually $1,428 over 100 years, and she made $435,511. That's a huge amount of difference, of course. The second one that only invested when it was in recession times only made $257,000, and the third one that only invested when the market was good only got $234,000. So the first one actually made so much more by just investing all the time without looking at if it was a good or a bad situation. Why am I telling this? Because we just had a huge dump actually, and if you keep investing every month the same amount, you would actually have a great momentum at this point. But if you invested last month, you still would be very good. So that means if you keep investing every day or every month the same amount over and over again for the next 10 years, you will have more wealth than you actually can spend. Just keep that in mind. If there ever is a huge drop and you didn't take profit, just keep investing. Never see your investment portfolio as a trade portfolio. You don't have to trade it. You just need to hold it. You just need to make sure that you have money enough to go through the not easy times, so that you actually make more money over time. This is actually how everybody knows Warren Buffett. I can't imagine if you haven't heard of him. He's one of the greatest investors in his lifetime. The only thing that most of us don't know, that he is actually investing from 9 years old already. And he is very good at it. So he's actually been investing for a huge amount of time. And because he has still stocks from when he started, and that's like one or two of them, that he actually kept and making such amount of money, because those grew hugely. He has also hundreds of stocks that actually went to zero. So it's not about the right picks or not the right picks. It's just one good pick that you need to have and keep adding to that good pick constantly over and over again. That's all. And if you want to have one good pick, just pick Bitcoin, guys. It's going to be an easy pick for you guys. It's never been this easy. You just have to sit through the volatility. If you watch Bitcoin from the start off where it started at like 10 cents, guys. It's now worth 100,000. And that in less than, from 2009 until now. So 2009, so in less than 20 years. So keep it always in a wider perspective. If the dip comes and you feel very anxious and scared of the market, remember that everybody else feels the same. So if you can stay neutral and do it again at that point, keep investing, you will be the one that comes out the best. You will look the craziest too, because you are doing a neutral thing. But that will pay you more than doing what the rest does. Yeah, true, Anthony. So the reason why this didn't came out in the news, like I said, didn't I mention this like a week ago or 2 weeks ago on this live, that if the news starts showing that crypto is going to, that everybody will talk to you about buying crypto, if you see that and your auntie tells you, I want to start buying crypto, then it's time to sell. At that point, we are selling to them. It's not nice to hear, but that is. Do you have Emily? So that's the reason why we will sell them. If people talk to you at the street or at the gym or at the supermarket or anywhere where you are, and they are asking or they're just talking at work all about cryptocurrencies, then it is time for us to sell, because those people will be our buyers. It's not nice, I know, but this is what they do. If you follow the mass, you will be not rich. You just have to do the opposite. So if the opposite wants to sell out of fear, we buy because we are proud that we can buy. And we do just the opposite. And if you don't want to do it straight away, that's okay. Just do nothing. Go take a walk, go run, do something fun. Come back with a clear head, go drink something, go pool, it doesn't matter what you do. Go golf, do anything that you like, and come back with a clear head. Watch it again, and then remember the words that I say today, that if everybody is fearful, we need to buy the fear. But always wait a day or two. Never do that immediately. Yeah, if you could take the bottom, that would have been great, but most of the times you will not even be able to buy it, because Binance actually got locked out. You were unable to set any orders at that point. Bybit did the same. The reason why is it was predicted and they know it. These are all good friends, the people from the stock market. They talk to each other like we are talking to each other right here. Or I am talking actually. And you guys are typing to me. Good morning, anybody that just joined. Even a few weeks ago I said I was selling a few of my altcoins. This is actually a great opportunity to buy them back. I don't believe we will have another opportunity like this. We will see the next, if it isn't this coming month or the next 2 months that we go back to all-time high, that's okay. We are prepared and we are sure. If the market comes back to my entries right now, I'm selling it again. So I showed you my entries, they were on Discord. If they come back to my entry, I am selling. I want to see now a continuation of pushing up. See, yeah, Maxi is one of the only crypto exchanges that actually lets you buy and sell always. The reason why it's not regular, it's not playing together with the big boys yet, because it doesn't have any registrations, so you don't need to put your KYC in and you can still trade it. This is why I used Maxi, just to trade off. You don't have to show anybody that you are the one trading. And if you want to do this without Maxi or anything else, you can also do that with a MetaMask and go to a DEX. In the meantime, Apex, you can trade on it with a DEX. on an exchange, never put all of your money on an exchange. It's not yours. An exchange is the same as a banking system. So if you put all your money on an exchange and it closes like FTX did, you can't touch it. It's not yours. It's theirs. You give your money to be able to trade on off of them, and they're responsible to keep it safe. But yeah, it's a company, so if a company happens something to the company, it can always happen. Make sure that you always have liquidity on something like this. Second. I'm giving you free info today. Hey, this is called a hardware wallet. Buy one. It's cheap. This keeps your cryptocurrency safe. You can use it. The reason why this is the most safe way to keep your cryptocurrency is because you need buttons to press on them before you can send them. So they can never take anything out of it immediately. I have a crypto course too, but it's in Flemish at this point, not yet in English. You got multiple ones, but Trezor is the most known out of them. Not the most secure. One in Belgium actually made the most secure. Why you never... So you bought a ledger, so you bought a hardware wallet, but you never use it. Okay, so that's not the smartest thing. You keep your investments on them. Yeah, so if you hold bitcoins on an exchange, you will eventually never be able to redraw them. I'll explain why too. So in Bitcoin, we have actually, people don't believe this, but that's okay. So we have 21 million pieces in Bitcoin. One, two, three, 21 million pieces. Okay, humans in the world. How many humans? Population, we got 8.2 billion people in the world. Okay, and grown-ups. How many grown-ups do we have? Yearly growth rate. People are actually making less people. Okay, so we got 8 billion. So this is the current population in the world. Okay, so we just take this number, make it easy. We're still inside that orb range, so nothing else to do yet. That's the number that we have, so I'm going to take a calculator because this I can't take out of my head. So we got 21 million pieces. They're not all out yet. I divide this by 8,205,199,1890. This is everybody in the world would use Bitcoin. You have a total of 0.0025 Bitcoin for everybody. So that is if everybody would be able to touch Bitcoin. Now we do have people that don't even want to buy yet Bitcoin. And knowing that actually there is 1 million pieces of Bitcoin, of 900,000 pieces of Bitcoin actually stored at Satoshi Sakamoto's wallet, so the outfitter, and it's never been moved. So there is 900,000 already stuck. So that's 20 million that we have actually. And there are actually a few companies already holding similar. So say that we have another 2-3 million already been invested and taken in storage, out of storage for capital gainings and countries that are buying it. So another 3 million gone. So that makes only 16 million left. And then you have probably another 5 million laying into graveyards where old computers actually was mining them in the younger times. So say that we actually have like 15 million exploratory around that base that we actually have Bitcoin available. If you divide that by that number and you just hold a small amount, that's actually already a large amount. So if you can hold like 1 Bitcoin, you would be like a hugely rich person. You will be one of the billionaires in the world, because how many millionaires do we have? We find this. So we got 62,000 millionaires. So imagine that these people all put 1 million inside of it, of 500,000. Can you imagine what that would do to the increase of the price? We're only sitting like at the 3 trillion, or almost 4 trillion market cap, guys. That's nothing for Bitcoin. For the whole crypto market. Gold has even a bigger amount. I don't believe that CBDCs will be the future. I don't see it happening. Just to put it in perspective, we got like only a few million people actually started investing into cryptocurrency. So we got like we're around 5% of the population that's buying crypto now. We still got 95% to go. So if 95% of the people still needs to buy it, we are still very early. I believe even in my lifetime right now, that Bitcoin will easily hit 100 million. And I'm not exaggerating. Per coin. And I knew this back in 2020. You just need to be able to see the vision, what it actually was for, what it's meant for. They will not use it like it was meant for. They cannot use it for transactions. It's too slow. So it will not be used for transactions. But we'll use it like store of value. That's all it will be used for later on. If countries are buying it up to reduce the debts that they have from the dollar, or from the printing of the dollar that they have, these people have infinite money. So as long as they can print it, they can buy it. At a certain point, you will not even want to give your bitcoins back for dollars. So an investment is no trading. Remember that. If you held through whole the bear market of 2022, and you just kept, and even if you bought at the top, you would still be up 50%, at least. 60,000 was the max, or 85, 88, no, 58 or 59 or something like that was the max that it came to. And then it came back, so we're now on 114,000, so that would still be like 2x. And you had to be patient for another 4 years or 3 years. But what investment does a 3x into a 2x in 3 years? None of them. So you just got some free education on investments while we're sitting here. Investing is not a short run of time, it's a longer period of time. Just keep it simple, easy, relaxed. And every time you see a huge dip and you have some if you have some spare money and you didn't buy it yet that month, just buy it then, immediately. So 10 minutes before 9. I was rewatching my own educational movies this weekend, or I'm actually rewatching them all. I'm putting some stuff out and adding some stuff in. And I really have to say, stop saying so. I was getting annoyed by myself how many times I said it actually. The course will be a bit shorter when I show them. Everybody that was in the bootcamp will always be able to see the full course, the old one and the new one. It will be on a website then, that you can actually rewatch everything. I'm building it up step by step. You will have some more PDFs too that will be added. Still in our range, no movement yet. The reason why ETH is still at the same level as previous years is because we didn't have any alt-runs yet. People are now investing, so companies are actually investing right now in something that has a track record. That means that Bitcoin already has proven to be a good asset, and it has a track record that it actually increases every year. So it has an annually return Bitcoin from about 20% a year or more. That's actually a lot for a stock market, for anything. And this has a track record for actually being accurate. Ethereum does not yet have this. Now Ethereum will go at least to 6 to 8,000. That's my next prediction for Ethereum. So if you want to see Ethereum where it wants to go, I say around 6,000 would be a nice indication that the market can go to. That's my prediction. And that would not be even exaggerated. We didn't even retest this yet, so if you walk to monthly, look, we didn't even came into it yet. We still had a fair value gap here. And that would be very normal actually. Look, this is a break of structure, equal highs. We took a break of structure to the upside. What do we do after a break of structure? We have a retest, so this is that retest. What do we have after the retest? We have a continuation. If this is now a monthly, a weekly, a 4-hour, or the market keep doing the same thing over and over again. The only thing that we did not have yet is a break of structure of the highs. This got rejected right here. What happens if we don't have displacement above a high where we take it? We have a change in structure back to the downside. This is why I speak over displacement. So this was previous high at 2021. This was the high of 2025 when we took on Ethereum, but we did not have displacement above it. We just got rejected on the monthly and we came back inside. Because we came back inside, there is no displacement above. If we don't have displacement above, we cannot push through it yet. That means that the market needs liquidity. Where will it find liquidity? Lows, which the next low we can take to for value gaps. So we came down and we actually nipply didn't take it. But if you watch the weekly, we did take some liquidity right here. Same for the weekly. We didn't go above it, and the week after we actually saw that the market went lower. We've been going sideways right here. So this is a job market. Weekly, no for value gaps. So what does the market wants to aim to? The first liquidity pool that we saw was right here, that we could still tap into. We came into it. Okay, great. Here I was expecting actually the market to go up. This was actually an organized liquidity grab. So this was unpredictable. But still, this value gap holds. Reason why, if you traded the weekly, that should have been your stop. The same holds for everything. So if this was your stop, you still would have been in it, and you just got the same price again. Nothing happened. We just wicked down, and look, the end of the week, we just closed the same height as 3 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago. But if we watch it in the weekly, just from the nearby, so this was a break of structure to the upside, we retested it, so we can go up higher now. Still in the same range, we got 5 minutes still open. So as an investor, always zoom out. Look at the big picture. Don't look at the days. Don't look at the weeks. If you were investing back when I was still, I'm teaching cryptocurrencies back here. Look, once we were back in these weeks here, this took also a long time. People were actually jabbing me around from what is happening to the market. So we came here in this part. Look, this took a long time, guys, to get out of this. This took 224 days of sideways movement. I was putting people in Bitcoin around 60,000, and I said the market will go up hugely. They were actually, when it dropped, right here, and it came back like, what was this? 28% right here. So this was the first movement down. after 28% moving downwards, they were actually not happy. I said, oh, you said that the market would go up. They had to wait a few more weeks and then the market doubled. And then they were telling me I didn't put enough inside. So I just told them, keep putting the same amount in every month, over and over again, every week, over and over again. They did not. They started putting it in here, and then it dropped again. They were saying the same thing over again, so they weren't happy again. Now they're happy again. So if you just kept putting it every month, or every week, or every month, over and over again, your average would still be around here, around this level. Even if you put some in here, you would get averaged out like maybe halfway, like around 80,000. And if you are still buying right here, your average would be now around maybe 82, 83,000. So you still would be hugely in profit. And if you started buying at the beginning of 23, you got it around, was it 18,000 something we came back to? We dropped even lower. Look, we dropped to 16,000. This would be not easy, but somewhere around 18,000 here, 20,000. If you started investing every month, it would have a huge profit right now. Just keep remembering that investing is not the same as trading. Looks like we will have a breach to the upside. If we have this and we go above Asia high, I want to see displacement above Asia high. We are at open. So open, if you don't trade open, remember Asia high is liquidity. And we have London open right now. If we react off of Asia high and move back in the range, we want to go to that daily gap. If you don't trade open, be patient until the next. Of course, a bit of patience is always appreciated. We're not here to rush, we're here to trade. So we've been here for an hour already and the market did not even close outside the range. No 15-minute gaps got tapped either. We didn't even... Oh, we did have one. Yeah, that was exactly at 8 o'clock. I was not even watching that one. The only one that we had was this one actually. So I don't want to see lack of displacement right here. If we tap this, I want to see continuation. You might. Yes. You gonna say hello? One more minute, still open for 10 seconds. That will be a close to the upsides. If you don't trade at the open, be patient in the next 15 minutes forward. Until you have the opening of London itself. So here's open. So Indonesia did not take this because it's open. So here we swept Asia high. So if we have no displacement, this would be a great opportunity to take it back to the lows. You also make a video about how to teach your dog how to sing. I have no idea how he learns this from himself. He just likes to speak, my dog. Okay, this is displacement that I want to see. Do we tap anything? Hello. Yeah, that was the last candle before open, so I would not enter it. So if we take the 5 minutes, even though this one already closed, I would have not entered just because it was at so close to open and close to the high too. So I would rather be patient and see what happens at open. Multiple confirmation that we lack displacement further up at this point. So if we lack displacement, I'm not entering anything, so I want to see. So this would have been not the perfect place to enter either, so if you would have entered it, that would have been already your exit, because there was no way that we could know what the market would do right at open. We were close to Asia high, so a huge liquidity pool. If New York banking are closed, probably we'll have only until 5 o'clock in the afternoon trading session. If it's a holiday. Yeah. We have great trading days, we have days that we don't trade, so just be patient. There are investors, they only trade weeks or months, so they have to be patient for weeks or months to even get an entry. And they probably would have entered straight on this for value gap. Same here. Look at this weekly, how nicely this actually was. So, break of structure, bit of a retest, break of a structure, we had a retest. So, you cannot tell that this was could not be predicted. Even FTA, if you learn how to read TA, you could have had this as an entry point. Now here we want to watch how we act. So we came into a 5 minute right here. We got rejected off of it. So if we displace now above the high one more time, we will continue higher. So this would be an indication that we want to go higher. Yeah, this will continue high now. This looks like a nice continuation. We tapped the 5 minutes, so this will look like it wants to go up. Could you enter on that 15 minutes for value cup 1.2 hours ago? Which 2 hours ago? At 8 o'clock we had one. And we could have entered, that I've seen. Well, I was not on, so right here, on this one, you could have entered. On 8 o'clock itself, we tapped one. There was no others that I've seen where we could have entered. This was one, but as was not online yet. Here there was a fair value gap that you could have entered off. That would have been enough profit. And then the only one that I could see that you could have ended was right here, was straight here. So we took the high twice, now we probably could continue high right here. So 6 more minutes in this 15. I do want to see that we stay above, in that 15 minute above Asia high. Then we have a huge possibility that we just continue to the upside for the rest of the day. Hoe komt hij niet uit dit? 5 minuten voor open? Wat was 5 minuten voor? Is die er ook buiten gekomen? Nee? 5 minuten voor ook niet? Ah ja, oké.
Als het open is, dan werk ik ook uit. Als ik in een tijd zou zitten.
I'm gonna get myself something to drink. Be right back. mooie push-up. Nee, no zo. Yeah, this looks like a very nice push-up. So this was the move. We can take it at least to this level. If we continue up, make it 25,100. At that 25,000 level, we do need to watch also. That's again a huge round number. That's still another 120 points up, so that's still a very decent level to go up. But definitely take a look at that 25,000 level. Make it 24,090, 10 points below it. No, I actually didn't see that we breached it 5 minutes before too, so this was my and did anybody enter on the last 5 minutes? I believe maybe Nicholas did if he was here. Not sure if he was. Always be okay with the market doing its thing. It always comes back to give you an extra entry. So this would be the first 15 minutes. You cannot put your stop all the way down, that's a 63 point stop, so I would say halfway in a 5 minute gap. So if we go up here, we can take a log, of course. 2 more minutes. We just took out the highs. Yeah, this is the next gap that we have, so we will continue this to this height. You can still have a nice 100-point move up, so definitely still a very beautiful move. One more minute. Enjoy, Wilmots. Yeah, I took it. Yeah, I thought so. You took it. Good one. I know, Nicholas, if you follow very good your plan, you can be very proud of yourself. If I was you, I would definitely put my stop at 24,833. That would be my lowest point that I want to see the market come back to. This one, or even at your entry point already. I let the market do its thing from here. Same for here, that was a 30-minute move up. So if you put your entry at that high, 24,851, that would be the 5-minute candle. So if the market comes back 60 points, that means that the market just didn't want to go up higher. But you can hold this straight to, I would say, 24,970, something like that. That would be another 70 points up. The first thing that I see is actually right here. That would be the start of that for value gap that we have. That's the only thing where we can still maybe have a change in delivery or change in state once we tap that. But after that, we got the 25,000 level. We got a small for value gap right here, and then continuing. So looks like we can easily do another 60 points up. Will depend on how we act right here. So this could be already an adding spot too for you, if you want to add. If we tap this and continue higher, that would be a great adding spot. Eentje gedrukt? Toen kan drukken ze. Zet er weer in. So no 15-minute continuation at this point. We don't have gaps, we don't have anything yet, so I'm still being patient, nothing happening. I just got one here, so if we come back all the way to here, I definitely would love to long over it, but I didn't have any entries yet. The only one that I had was actually exactly at 8 o'clock, but I was not watching this chart at that moment, so no entry for me. So again, initial trades orb, I trade continuation plays. And October has been a hugely profitable month at this point, so we are doing a 100 trade challenge, both of us seeing if we can get there and how much we can make for you guys. This has all been live traded so far, and I'm up 22.2 R this month, and in the last, from October, I actually did not have one not profitable trade. We had 1, 2, 3 trades were break even, and all the rest were actually all profitable trades that we took. All of them was presented in Discord, or while we were trading live, that I said this is going to be a limit order, or this is going to be this, and all of them were shown before. So we just hit that last liquidity pool that we should move up from here. We do want to see continuation. The next stop would be 24,970. There is nothing in between, we just got an open gap right here. So if we don't react off of this line right here where we just came over, if we don't move lower, we have nothing in between than to continue straight to 24,970. That will be a straight line up. So if you entered from the start, Nicholas, and you want to take just one contract or a little profit, you can always, of course. This would be definitely my main target for me that I would want to see. We will see this soon enough what this market, if the next 5 minutes just continue upwards, we will straight go for that. Will not even be a stop because there is nothing in between anymore. So once the course gets online, and anybody wants to do it, you will have an opportunity. It will be limited to max 50 humans that we can take, because maybe even less, maybe 20. It depends on how much time I got by the hand, because I also do one-on-one sessions then. Anybody that got it for free, you guys are the lucky ones. It will not be for free anymore afterwards. The first come will be first served, of course, and you will get something extra for the ones that join. I'm making you guys money every day, so I'm sure that most of you agree. But why did we not enter? Which one, Anthony, did we not enter? I didn't watch the... Yeah, did you enter that one? From 8 o'clock? I was not aware, I didn't see it, so I didn't enter it. this will go, this looks like it wants to just flush to the upside. Yeah, don't be sad, it's okay, we always got a re-entry, so just be happy that you saw it. If you've seen it, good. If you didn't enter it, that's okay too. You'll learn off of it just to take them. Yeah, the pre-op you meant. The orb we entered. This was an entry. Once we got the close above. Was that the close? Or yeah, Nisha entered also. Did I mention that one? That was just an extra entry. The pre-orb we didn't enter. We should have entered also right here. That was actually still a candle that was possible to enter. Yeah, Inisha doesn't take it just because it's just before open. She doesn't trade open, so she wants to be patient, so she takes just the next one. Inisha did enter this one, so now we will see how far this will go up. If you didn't take it, it's okay, just take the next one. Just take the next 5 minutes for value gap right here. If it taps, enter it, take a long off of it, put your stop right here, and you even get a better entry than we do. Got a way smaller stop. Look, this is an 1.9 and this is only 1.1, so that's even a better trade than this one. It's all in perspective how you watch it, so it doesn't mean that if you didn't enter, that you're late to the trade. You just have to be patient until it comes back and then enter it. I'm happy for you, Nicholas, that you took it. Proud of you that you followed your plan completely. I'm always proud that I get good students, that they grow every day. And you took some nice profit yesterday, I seen, Antoni. Thank you for sharing it in Discord, I appreciate it. So for you, Anthony, if you want to be fully safe, actually, I would even put your stop right here. I mean that you already are, with every contract, 38 points in profit. So we got our first 15 minutes for value gap. Let's see if the market is favorable for us. So I'm definitely setting a limit order right here on this for value gap. So I have a limit order right here. Too low. I'm just taking the wicks it's low because there is one below it too. I'll take the 25,000 level at least. So that's a 2.2R. We'll see if I get that tap, yes or no. If I don't, I'm okay with it. We will have the next one. Making some profits, Nicolas, is definitely for you a good moment already. Because that's one bullish hourly candle. At this point, we still got 26 minutes, so this can still change. So if you never heard about pre-orb, I'm actually the inventor of it. And that's actually true. I'm the only one that plays it an hour before, except of the students, of course, that I teach it. You will not find this anywhere because orb stands actually for open break range, and I'm doing it before open. And you can see today it paid off nicely. So if we tap that 5 minutes, I would love to see immediate continuation. Even though I know my limit is lower, I'd rather see it not tap it than continue straight off of it. That would mean that I don't take a trade, but to see the order flow go would be better to see it continuation stronger. So right here we see that doji candle. Now doji means actually that it was an undecided market and that the sellers were a bit stronger at this point because the body closed in a purple color for me is not positive, or shorting position. Blue are actually long positions for me. So we just tapped the 5 minutes. That was a 5, right? Yeah, that was a small fair value gap we just tapped. I think we will hit this one too. I don't want to see it go lower than that one. I do want to see that continuation stronger. Like I said, we still have that hourly, so if we close this 23 minutes like all the way back to that entry of that 50 minutes, that means that the market came back 61 points. London does not move rather fast, 60 to 100 points. So this is like 111 points straight out of open that London already moved. That's rather a big push for London. So here we have that tap, right, into we got that tap. Not yet.
Ik dacht dan een keer uit te schrijven.
Oké. Waar? Hier hem die?
De eerste geweest.
Ja, oké. So Nisha had it on that tab right here. I'm still being patient on that 15 minutes. It looks like I will have to be a bit more patient. Like I said, the 15 minute for continuation, we never get the bottoms or the tops. We always get like something in between, but we still have a nice rally off of it. Yeah, if you took this one right here, that would be... Are you gonna take... So, that would be the trade. That would be the stop. That would be the 6 hours straight out of it. I would definitely have taken profit already up here at the highs. You can see that this 15-minute continuation actually is one of the easiest to trade. We have like 5-6 good opportunities in a day, max 5 opportunities in a day. You just have to be patient until we have a break, a retest, and then continue to move. And like here you can see it failed. That's okay. If it fails once, just keep the same idea that you have and just retry it. I never tested it in Asia actually, so this was Asia still. I did do it a lot in London because London has actually the day that continuous move in the one direction. New York, it's not always easy because of the huge volatility of the candles. It's 15 minutes is actually a huge expansion. We sometimes get more than 100 points in 15 minutes, so that means that you have a bit of a bigger stop. Just be aware of that. Okay, so now for the next 3 minutes, we just got that tap. Now I want to see that continuation. I'd rather not see us come back now to 24,900. That was an ad, Sexy?
Mm-hmm.
So there was another ad for Anisha on that tab. Now here we will see in the next 2 minutes, do we continue, yes or no? This needs to go up for me right now. The good thing is that I got a new entry model done, if I'm lucky. weer. Oh, we got a funny dog. So look, this is something I prefer not to see. Nonetheless, in that 15 minute, that still looks okay. The only thing is we came back to that 0.62 level. I'll explain that in another time. This is actually the first 15 minutes that we got. I'm gonna take an entry right here. I'm gonna take a long. I'm gonna put my stop straight at the next limit order. If this one gets tapped, I'm okay. I'll take the second one again. So I am in long. First TP is the highs. So this is my TP1. Always the high. If this one doesn't play out, I just take the next one, try it again. Do exactly the same thing. Wanneer worden we afspraken vandaag?
Een half uur.
Okay. So I'll stay on for another half hour max and then I'll be off. Now we can just let this trade do its thing. Oh, you will get the announcement about the course. I'm finishing off everything. By next week, we will all have time to actually do it. Yeah, it's okay that you missed the trade, Anthony. We will always get the next one. You will always be a next one. So for the course, I will definitely make sure all of you get enough info soon enough. Okay, the next 5 minutes I want to see a movement up. So again, TP1 is the high for me. Just be patient. A trade is a trade, nothing else. Yeah, this cannot continue. Look, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 trades without a not profitable one. This will not continue always, of course, guys. This is just normal trading. You have X amount of chance profit, X amount of chance not profit. So normally by the end of the week I would be finished with everything for the course, and then you will all get the website that comes online and everything will be seen. I will not go too far in depth yet. You will see once I get there. I'm doing this all out of scratch and learning it along the way how it actually has all been done. So I'm doing everything myself. So if you have any experience in all of these things, I'll send me a DM, please. Okay, this doesn't look like it will go up yet. This is gonna be my stop. We got a strong resection of that 62.62. Nonetheless, we'll let my stop do its thing. We still got that 15 minutes just below, so just let it do its thing. I'm not gonna move anything. I've seen this playing out so many times good, so we got 4 more minutes in this hourly. If we close this hourly at our limit, I'm taking off that previous limit right now. Because I want to see that push the next definitely 4 minutes. But I want to see us close below, as low as we are doing right now. Strange birds again. Yeah. You're a good dog. Yes, thank you, my friend. Just still keeps pushing. It's almost 10, so I'll probably do not take a second trade today. That would be, I believe, a -1. Not yet, so just let it trade to its thing, always. Never move a stop too, so if you are in a trade with a continuation trade, always let your stop do its thing. Don't move it until we have a new break of structure, because we just came down. Look, we missed my stop still by 5 points. Just let the trade always do its thing. Entered 15 minutes retracement of break of structure to the upside. On a bank close day, looked good. So key point for anybody that trades and learns a new strategy, just let your TP hit or let your stop loss get hit. And don't try to reduce contracts along the way at the beginning until you fully believe in the strategy, and then you can actually adjust a bit. But at the beginning, just play your strategy like it should be. If you want to learn them, I got documents of all of them. I've been trading this one live for so many times right now, so you should be able to see it. If not, go watch the previous lives. I explain them every day almost, how to trade them. If you're in the Discord with me, you can immediately do this. The link in the bio right now is not my Discord. Still not. That will change this week to mine. Was not yet open for the public, just the people that joined at the beginning. And if you have friends that already are inside, you can join too through that part of the community. If you're here, Dev, I'll send you a link today. I've seen your post, well, I'm not sure it was from today or from yesterday, that you sent it to me. I just seen it this morning. So 12 more seconds, and that first 15 minutes, and that did not really got strong rejection off of it, so we probably go a bit lower. Not gonna do anything, just let it do its thing. It can just as easily move up, so just gonna be patient. If it doesn't, I'm okay with it. If it does, I'm just as okay with it. That was my entry model. I took like it should have been done, so fully happy with this trade. I would be happy with either outcome too. The reason why I'm happy, even if it's not profit, is because I followed my plan. If you want to know the plan, it's in Discord. You can watch it on my channel. Its name. Maybe I pin it, that you can actually find it faster. I didn't pin it yet. Same if you're in the Discord, make a copy of the journal, make sure your trades are always journaled, have all of them. So it's 10 o'clock. Give me another max 10 minutes and then I get off. I'll leave this open for the afternoon session. See what happens. Can't do much anyways. Let's go take a look where the rest of the market is heading to. Prediction from yesterday, we were up 10% from yesterday's call out. Straight in Discord said it. If you're in it, you should have seen it, or if you could have seen it actually. This was the post that I made. Just added Sol, Eat, Soy and Avox to the thing. So Eat is up 10%, Sol is not in here. From 80, that's up 11%. Avox is still at my entry almost. So 140, I believe 150 was. So this is about 5% up. Now which one did I say two? And that was Soy, not the other one. That's about 250. So this one's up 12% now from my entry. So all of them good entry spots. And I believe I just got stopped and re-triggered. Nope, I did not get stopped yet. That was very close to my... So again, if you ever trade this kind of movement and we have like a 2-point stop left, if you trade this with a live funded account, make sure that you put your stop a bit lower than that wick, because this would be spread. If you never heard about spread, spread is actually where the brokers make their money from. Spread is actually the difference between your entry and what they gave you as an entry. So say that you wanted to put your stop right here and they tapped you out, they made money on those last 2 points. So again, if you ever trade live funds, just make it a little bit lower, just take it like 3 points lower, just take a half contract less into it. But always leave your stop. So we now came in a 5 minute for value gap, strong pushback, so that will probably be my stop right now. So always watch order flow. So this was a nice tap, strong reaction, we came in, we are now sitting here. This is still a bullish structure, people, so nothing is telling me yet that we want to go lower. Just want to see now how we act. If we go up or down, like I said, I don't mind. We tapped a half hour for value gap too, so it's perfectly possible that we go back to the highs. The only thing I don't like is that from this full move, we actually came up to that 0.62 level of a Fibonacci. Now this will be my stop. I still didn't move anything. Still grateful. Now you're just teasing Nasdaq. On a prop firm you will never get stopped out because they don't use real life funds or live trade material, so this is why you don't get stopped on a prop firm. They don't use spread because they don't book real orders. And if you don't book real orders, they don't need that spread to survive actually, or to pay the people. They get paid by you for getting that fake capital what you trade with, because you got an implement with them, and then afterwards you pay a fee, and this is how they make money. So 3 more minutes and I'll get offline. I wish you all then a very great trading session. Ja, vandaar ik er nu ook richtig opdruk. Okay, now this will be my stop. Now that's the third time we came back to that level. Now it will definitely continue. Okay, that was my stop. So I entered at 9:45 and I got stopped at 10 o'clock. Oh, by the way, it got re-triggered then too because this limit was still here. That's the last trade I'll take for today. Let's see if we get this movement back up. If I see that the market keeps dropping constantly, I'll just reduce the contract and get out of it. So I'll leave this one open. TP is still the same height, so that would be TP1. I will see what the market does now. Okay, I wish you all a great trading session. I'll leave this one open. We will see what happens later on. I will continue to update on Discord once something happens or something moves in some kind of direction. This can just easily go straight up to TP1 and continue higher. So my main target would be 24,980. We will see this in a few minutes what happens. If it not, then it comes back to my stop. Okay, then I got -2 arm. It is what it is for that day. I'm still up 21, so I got about a 90% win rate at this one. And we are up 10 art this month. So we're 13 days in October, and we actually already got above my goal that I wanted to make. All trades were live taken, so just that you can follow up. Anybody wants to see the journal, it's always in Discord under my channel's name. under John, you can actually find it. It's somewhere in here. Oh, this is my trading plan, by the way, so if you want to read my trading plan, you can also go watch it. This completely explains how to take it, how I take my 15-minute setup, and why I do. For the rest of you, I wish you all a great trading session and see you back later, of course. Oh, Deb is here, so I'll send you a link. Yeah, I leave the lower limit order. I left it in. Oh, somebody joined the community. We got one more up. Great. So I'd love to get to 800, to 1,000. So anything that helps. Thank you all for being here. Wish you all a great trading session. See you back to this afternoon, of course. Yeah, I will pin the